Yeah, one more person that just joined, the Godslayer. All right. We are live, guys. The guy that just joined, I'd definitely love to meet you, but let me introduce this real quick. Today, we're going to do a training on the new AI voice widget. So it's a new type of chat widget you can set up in high level. It can be on any page in your site, and it can answer questions, as if they're talking to somebody on the phone. So they don't have to call you. They can just be a chat widget they can just access right there and chat with. I've looked at it. I already see a couple things that I'm going to point out that'll make it easier for you guys to use. So we're going to show how to go turn it on in labs and then put it on a page on your website. Um, Godslayer, where did you come from? Is this your first time being on a meeting? I'm going to go ahead and start working on it while I get to meet the last guy that just jumped in here. I don't know if you can come off.
Yeah, my apologies. Yeah, but my name is Michael. I'm from Utah. I actually should have logged in here on my work and not my personal right here. So sorry,
You're
my hair is
good.
a little messy too. I've actually I've never been in any of these before. I just wanted to learn a little bit more about how
Yeah.
we can use. So this is
Cool.
an AI for setting up like automation for my sales pipeline, basically my texts and whatnot.
So Go High Level is it's like an all-in-one sales and marketing tool, but you can use it for managing a lot of processes in the business, even on the, fulfillment and more. It's just like it's almost like the WordPress of business software. So it goes beyond what a website does and covers everything else. They've got 2 million people using it. And if you're in here, you probably came from an ad I ran. I don't know if you've been getting texts from me for a year or if it's been more recent than that, probably about a year. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, we've been getting them for a minute for sure.
Okay. So you probably came off an ad about AI voice and text that I ran. I stopped running them in December. And so, and I started just doing trainings on the features as they come out. And so this is the tool I was using to do AI voice and text. But now, like this platform itself, it does it on its own. So all that stuff is inside of it, which takes the setup time down from 12 hours to more like, 2 or 3 hours for a whole business setup. So I help small businesses and I help agencies that are, getting started to sell this to small businesses. The software is free for 30 days and 97 a month. And you can set up 3 businesses in there and charge them whatever you want.
With GHL with Go High Level.
Go high level. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
97 bucks.
we have Go High Level. Actually, I think I came off an email of yours that we had received. I think it was actually
Oh.
even today.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
My cold email's working.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes,
There you
dude.
go.
So you just signed up for high level probably. Is that right?
No, we've had it for a few months now.
A few months.
Almost like ongoing, probably 6 months plus.
Bro, that's the most exciting thing you could have told me. I can't,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull it up and take a look.
Did
What's
they
your
just set up a website?
what's the company's name, bro?
Our company, eHome Solutions,
Well, that sounds really familiar. Where are you guys located?
Utah.
I'm sure that I've spoken with eHome Solutions before. Um, what email did I send to? Can you tell me that?
Yeah, it would have been S. Troy Powell, I believe. I'm actually here with my partner as well, my business partner, who's my father. He's right in the room with me.
What's his name?
His name's Troy.
Troy. Yeah, yes, I remember speaking with Troy. It's been a
Hello,
while.
who's this?
This is Rob, man. Troy, I think I spoke to you.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, yeah, I just sent this link to Michael. Absolutely, yeah, we've
yeah,
done
yeah.
work with you before.
Yeah.
We're back, actually back ready to start
Okay.
having help on this before. Yeah, but you and I have,
I remember. Yeah, we worked
yeah.
together for
So
a little while.
Michael is helping me run the high level. I just walked in, but I
But I,
wanted him to jump on this. But yeah, you and I have done business, and we'll do more. I told you we'll do more. We're ready to get going.
let's go. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
send you guys my one-on-one link here. By the way, so you guys can grab a time for later. And then but Mike, so it's Michael and Troy, right?
Yes, yes, it is.
Michael, you still might have gotten a cold email because I did just launch that. Do you think you got a cold email or did your dad send it over?
No, you sent it to me, and
Okay.
I'm sorry, I just came in here,
No
but
worries.
I forwarded this to Michael because
Cool.
um, I know we need to start doing more
Yes. Well,
with
great.
AI, and
Glad
we're
to
bringing on some dealers. So
Cool. Yeah. Is it batteries or home generators? I'm trying to remember.
yeah, it's batteries. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Now we're gonna go ahead and turn this on, guys. So I know everybody in here. You got me so excited about my cold email. I thought it was working. Not.
Hey, your
It's still not
emails are
working.
working,
It's
buddy.
still not working. Not the cold ones. The warm ones that people like. I hope I finally get this figured out. But this is only day like 3 of relaunch of cold emails, so I'm patient, much more patient than that.
Well, I know you guys are awesome, so I'm anxious to get working with you again.
You know what? Here's a new setting that I have never seen either. Ask AI configuration. And while I'm in here, we're gonna look at that real quick. I've also never seen system emails right here, I don't think. So agent studio executions are triggered by Ask AI. So earlier, guys, I was talking about how I don't know how you trigger the agent system, Bob.
Yeah,
Remember? But you
sure.
trigger it through Ask AI right here. So
Right.
basically, you use this to kick off anything like that. Like, hey, create a new post for today by researching, um, the new topic or whatever. So interesting. All right. Well, that's something for me to show on a later meeting. Still going to click on this real quick and see what this is. And that's nothing special. All right. So now we're going to go to the labs. And this is going to be in sub account. And if you type in voice, you should get it. There are a few other voice AI updates that I'll cover. So MCP support, super cool. Make sure that's turned on. You can connect HighLevel to your Ask AI is HighLevel's MCP. So you can set up all these really cool agents that are able to work with all 200 tools that are in HighLevel. I think it's like 200 actions this thing can take. So you can just do all types of stuff with MCPs, and HighLevel's one example of one. So you can connect them to voice. You can have different voice agents on different web pages connected to different tools. They can actually take actions. So turn that on, but also just turn on voice support in conversation AI, voice outbound calling. This voice AI is going to be a lot cheaper in HighLevel. This is not getting rid of unlimited, but they are getting rid of the flat 14 cents charge. Now it's going to be based a 4 cent charge for the voice engine and other, it's like actually what it costs, not just a blanket 14 cents. So voice AI chat widget's the one we're turning on. That's the main one for this training. And once you turn that on, you can go into your sub account and you're going to go to sites. You're going to go to chat widget. And I'm just going to make a new one. I think this is the one I made earlier today, but I'll show you. New. Now, I hope that they combine it to where it's all in one soon, but for now, it looks like you're going to have to do a separate one. I probably won't use this until it's all in one, to be honest. You can customize the style of all this stuff. I'm not real concerned about doing that, but if you want to, you can. And you're going to pick your voice agent. One thing I noticed earlier today, once your agent is associated with a phone number, you cannot associate it to a web chat. So I copied my main one I use. It's attached to my general knowledge base. This one can handle the way I set my voice up, because the voice can still only do one calendar per agent, is I have one for group calls and affiliates and coaching and like the free stuff. But if they say they want to speak with me or they want to talk about done for you, it'll transfer them over to an agent that can handle that. And transfers and all that stuff, I believe, still works in the voice agent web chat. So I'm going to save this new one. I'm not going to give it a phone number because this one is going to be for the web chat. Save. And let's see if it popped up in here. Refresh. Now, my main voice agents I usually use were grayed out before, as you can see. And it looks like the copy is still grayed out. So I am not understanding why that would be. Let's look a little further. So it says these two can be used, 201 and 737. Well, then why the heck is not the other one? You know what? It's not gonna be near as cool if I just switch over to one of the ones that was already made. I think it would be most helpful for everybody if I could figure out why we can't use it. So I guess I'm going to edit this one and then compare it side by side real quick. I wonder if I should read the change log a little more carefully. I wonder if it's like a workflow action or something like that. Change log, voice, AI, chat, widget. Call transfer not supported. So I bet you that's the problem. All right, I know what to do now. We're gonna go back to the agent.
As an outgoing call, can I use it to call businesses without having an opt-in?
Nope. For outbound, it's going to require them to have opted in through a HighLevel form.
Okay,
So HighLevel is going to scan the form, and only after HighLevel scans it, confirms it's compliant, and you turn it on, will it then be able to call people that opt in through the form.
okay,
So they're not going to let anyone uh, get around it very well. But if they've come through one of your opt-in forms, yeah, then you're good to go. So I'm going to go back to, I want my agent list. I want to let me go back to my agent list, man. Voice AI. Copy. Edit. All right. I bet you that fixed it. And it did fix it. So yes, that's the problem. If you have a call transfer on there, it will not work. And let's test it. Save. I don't know if you're supposed to be able to test it right here or not. Kind of looks like it, but okay. So I'm going to embed this on a new funnel page. Okay. So there's two ways you can put this onto a site. One is in the settings for the site, but this will apply it to the entire website. So you can go to any funnel, you can go to settings, and you can choose the chat widget for the entire site. Or you can go to the head tracking code and you can drop the code into just one page. But this is the head for the whole site. So again, you want to go all the way into the specific page. And I'm just gonna try page we're not using, so I don't mess anything up that I don't want to. Tracking code, actually, yeah, tracking code. Header tracking right there, save. Nah, I kind of think I want this in the footer, but no, I think it is the header. It still has the other one. So I'm just gonna put this in a new funnel. Like I was saying, I don't want to have to uninstall the other one. It's the thing I was worried about on this call. So I'm just gonna go to a different funnel that doesn't have a chat widget on there. I keep all of my website in one funnel because the affiliate program used to not be able to go between different funnels. Like they had to check out in the same one that they opted in through. This is probably one of my first website templates from 2.5 years ago. Yep, it was a lead magnet offer I put together. And since that's giving me trouble, I'm just going to do it this way. It was chat widget 6. Okay. There it is. I don't know if you guys are going to hear this or not. Let me try to turn on audio.
Hi. Thanks for calling Mass Market AI. This is Rob's assistant. May I have your first name, please?
Yeah, this is Rob.
Oh, hi, Rob. How can I assist you today?
Can you tell me, like, I'm not sure when I would either go with Rob's small business pricing or agency pricing. I'm not clear if it has to do with me being in my own high level agency or if there's or if it has to do with something else.
The choice between Rob's small business pricing and agency pricing depends on the scale and nature of your operations. 1. Small business pricing. This is ideal if you're running fewer than 3 businesses and primarily need tools to automate and scale your own operations. It includes features like smart websites, AI booking, customer service, and marketing automations tailored for small businesses. 2. Agency pricing. This is designed for those running a marketing agency with more than 3 businesses. It focuses on white-labeled AI marketing, custom automations, and integrations to help you grow your agency. It also includes coaching directly with Rob and support for managing multiple clients. The key difference lies in whether you're using the tools for your own business or managing services for multiple clients. Does that help clarify things?
It does. Can you tell me about the minimums for doing it in a different agency?
For agency services, there are a few minimums to keep in mind. 1. White label work. This requires a minimum set.
Yep, I mean it's getting everything exactly like what I'd hope for it to from my website. They improved the data scraper for knowledge bases to where it's much more accurate. And it will, if you push high levels updates, it will automatically update, and then you can set it to automatically refresh its scrapes. But guys, that's about all I got. So now it's question answering time. Anything else anybody wants to see, I don't mind taking a few minutes to help. Um, who has a question or wants me to test something out or anything you guys need? Totally fine if you guys don't need anything. I'm hungry too. Bob, you satisfied?
We'll talk again on Monday or Thursday.
I'll see you on Thursday.
Yeah.
Michael, what do you think, man? First time seeing all that kind of stuff, probably.
Seems pretty cool. There's a lot of places my brain goes with where we could probably implement that stuff. That widget's pretty cool. With the data scraping on that, is it scraping from your actual web page, or where does it get its knowledge from, like the internet?
The scraper is really good. So let me show you the knowledge base builder. Um, certain types of use cases for these bots you couldn't do because you needed like structured data, like spreadsheets for it to look up certain like values for a zip code. And so they've added in all these different types of knowledge bases that make them really powerful. And it took like a year for them to get some of these. So you have FAQs where it's pretty much going to trigger on like if it recognizes the question, it's going to give you the exact same response every time you trigger, and that's called an FAQ style knowledge base. Then you've got a general website scrape where it's going to look at the information more as a whole and come up with a response that's more organic and like different. It's not just a flash of like a exact response. So generally you start with a web crawler where it's going to figure out what to say, but when it makes a mistake and you train it, that's when you say, no, always say this. And so that's an FAQ. Rich text, that's like, I don't really have a specific use case where I've been like, I wish I could have rich text, but I guess if you're uploading, maybe it's easier for it to tell section differences. If you're having like,
Right.
um,
Okay.
I don't know when you know when you'd use that. Files, you can upload PDFs, stuff like that, so it can have it handle images. The
Nice.
the conversational AI so they use the same knowledge base for voice and text. They just made it where the conversational AI can now see images. So if you're collecting utility bills, it can tell if it's the right page. If someone sends
That's
it
cool.
over, not just text, but WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, SMS, email.
And
Um,
I do that basically manually. Like I would come in and take my Excel files of all my verbiage and whatnot, and I could pop it in here, and that's what I'm training the AI on specifically.
right.
Is the stuff that's in Go High Level per se that I've
Yeah.
put in there.
Right.
Okay.
So it's not going to live access the internet. If you want to live access the internet, you can do that through the agent builder, which is through the MCP here. Um, and you can use that to create content for the rest of the system. But for the most part, it's gonna search the internet and then train on the pages you give it. And you can give it
That's cool.
the whole domain and say get every page on the domain. You can say get every page within this path, or you can say just this page.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, there's a lot of use cases I can even think of where I think we're gonna definitely try to implement this. So do
yeah,
you do anything like lead generation?
yeah. We do SEO. We use Search Atlas. We do AI SEO. We do paid ads on Google and Meta. Those are
Cool.
usually how I recommend doing it.
Sounds
Um,
good. Yeah, that's where I'm gonna need to get a lot of my use cases. Maybe some stuff like this for sure.
Yeah, we do reactivations too, to your old opt-in list. And I do cold email. I do have clients that do cold SMS campaigns and stuff like that. But if you really want a scalable system, I highly recommend leaning into paid ads for SEO.
That's what we're gonna need as a scalable system. So yeah, we'll definitely be in touch.
Cool,
Yeah,
man.
this is Troy again. I'm jumping back in. Are we the
Troy,
only two back on this call now, or is it just everybody else still? Oh,
everybody's on here, but I did
Okay.
drop a one-on-one link for you guys in the chat.
let's jump on a call after or whenever we can schedule because we
Yes.
do want to talk to you again.
Michael, can you grab that out of the chat and help him get a time before I close this down?
Certainly.
And Deanna, you just need to hit the YouTube, guys. All this stuff is always when the live is over. It's going to be right here on my channel. It's already there, actually. You can see what I was just showing right here. And so just head here, go to the live section. You'll have it right there. All right, ladies and
Quick
gentlemen.
question, Rob.
Dude, go ahead.
Now, as an agency owner, well, for me, I price my live chat widget at 147 a month.
Mm-hmm.
So, what would you recommend for this voice widget as far as pricing? And then, do you see a use case
I like to
for home service businesses?
when I do my setup, I'm gonna give them like all the core features of high level at one level, and then my add-ons, I don't break down like inbound or outbound voice or chat AI. Like my core system, I'm gonna get you AI set up on all channels, inbound and outbound. So like reactivations and inbound. Um, here. And then I charge 250. So I don't let them if I had somebody make me go less than 250, I'd say, all right, I'll do outbound voice for 100. And then when you want the other stuff, it's gonna be 250. So I maybe would break it down more. But bro, you can get 200 out of them. And then when you have all that stuff set up, they get pulled into the system better. So Keto, I don't know when the last time I showed you my pricing was, but this is how I do it now for small business. And so like I just include all this at 247. And like and it really I'm gonna give them up to 3 hours of management a month. And I'll tell them that if they need more than that, it's gonna be more. Um and then these are my add-ons. So like I'll get them on SEO or paid ads, social posting, some of this other kind of stuff to get the price up and the one-on-one meetings. I'd say my
Okay.
average ticket is probably around 1,000, and I'm packing in a ton of value. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I also know, like, for me, when I was coming up in my solar company, there was times where I wouldn't have kept $1,000 bill for just high level, you know? So when they're doing high level management plus they're needing to set it up, they'll usually be meeting with me. So it's like $750 a month for a while or $1,250. But as they don't take my time anymore, I don't want them to go to somebody else because they can get it for cheaper. I'm gonna let them just rock on with what they already have set up in 3 hours a month for that price. But I won't go below
Gotcha.
that. Yeah. But I'm not saying my way of doing this better than yours, man.
Yeah, just
agency space is like there's a million ways to skin the cat when it comes to this.
exactly.
Yep. Well, guys, I'm gonna get some food and I'm gonna cold call for an hour on the certification or on the list of high level websites. I'm gonna film it. So hopefully I've got 3 or 4 long form videos that are about to come out pre-recorded, and I'm gonna throw in one where I'm doing cold calling through this list. And so you'll have that on the way. I'm gonna get a little food in me before I get to that. So thank you all for coming. Anybody have any last questions? Just shoot me a reply back wherever you got invited to this meeting, and I'll answer you there. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Rob.
No problem.
See ya.
See ya.